So, you've got, I mean, I don't know, several decades now of working with leaders and with thinking about business and the challenges it faces and the way to approach it. If you were to offer some advice to leaders, what would it be? What are some of the key points from your point of view?
Well, I think the key one I'd highlight with businesses is that over the last 20 or so years, there's been a huge important emphasis on managing people.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that concerns me is that many of the businesses I work with, many of the people running these businesses, actually don't understand the business well enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I often say to them, if I offered you two people to run a part of your business, one really understood the business but was not overly good with people, and the other was extremely good with people but didn't understand the business,
Mm-hmm.
which one would you entrust your business to?
Yeah.
And the reason for posing that is not to say one or the other, but to realize is that business content is a prerequisite for running. You've got to understand the business itself,
Mm-hmm.
which means you have to spend time. You and I both consult with companies, and one thing that's often said is how much and what important insights we provided. It's not because we're smarter than them, it's just because we spent the time.
Yeah.
And I think that I keep saying to them is you must spend time understanding the business. You must dig the data, you must find out, you must understand the markets, you must understand which customers are good customers and which are less good customers.
Mm-hmm.
And that is all about business understanding. Recognizing that managing people is a key skill, but business content is very, very critical to running it well.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because there's been a lot written about leadership over the years, and one of the themes that definitely emerged in probably the 90s was the idea of the charismatic leader, and it became very popular. But people have since realised that actually they're not that effectual. I mean, we did a study recently of the leaders in academy schools and identified the different types. And one of them we called the philosophers, and they were the charismatics, people who could talk very eloquently and were very engaging, but didn't really get anything done. So I think it's an interesting point. It's the style and content, isn't it?
It is.
Style is important, but ultimately you've got to know what you're doing, and you've also got to be prepared to make some tough decisions that might not make everyone happy.
Yeah, and you should make those based upon business requirement and,
Mm-hmm.
and business understanding. I can understand your study, in fact, highlighting those key differences.
Yeah, okay, some interesting points. Again, I think re-emphasising the need to understand your market, the need to understand your customer, and the need to understand your business and how it operates before you make some, potentially tough decisions.
And you're bringing those insights to the discussion, so that the people going through these types of programs, on which this book is the support material, are going to go into organisations, and they must carry with them these insights,
Mm-hmm.
and to fully understand them, because without that, it's talking with not complete understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is part of the problem that we both experience over the years.
Great, thank you.